Good morning and happy Thanksgiving to all of you guys, and for those of you outside of the United States, happy Thursday. Today we have 3 new official Spider-Man No Way Home posters to go over. It's insane. I remember when we got the first poster and all of the hype that was around the idea of getting an official poster for this film. Now I feel like Sony's whole marketing plan is starting to lose a little bit of its hype. I think around the fan base, some people are just a little bit done with these kind of cheaply made looking posters. I mean, I think some of the fan-made posters, in fact, I know some of the fan-made posters, look way cooler than these posters that they're coming out with, where it looks like Doctor Strange is very poorly photoshopped in here. And there's really just no excitement like what we were having. Now, that's a huge part of a movie that has this much hype, but let's jump into it, see what we can find, and talk about the film. Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Cosmic Culture, the channel where we talk about all major movie and television news, theories, breakdowns, and much, much more. I'm your host, Chris. Quick reminder, we are giving away a Spider-Man collectible action figure. All you need to do to enter the giveaway, subscribe to this channel, and subscribe to the Cosmic Wonder. We'll be picking a random comment from the videos we've been posting in the month of November, so good luck to you guys. Now, 3 new official posters, and like I was mentioning, it's kind of crazy. I remember very specifically when we were all really getting excited for the prospect of even one poster. Now, I will say, I do believe this first one, this movie style poster that we've gotten, actually probably is the best one we've gotten from them so far. It has multiple different characters, a good look at all of the villains, including a very good look at the comic book accurate Green Goblin, who a lot of people were still arguing from the trailer when we saw the hooded figure wasn't Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin, it was either James Franco's Hobgoblin or somebody else altogether. I think with this image we can finally put any rumors of it being somebody else completely to bed. It's not Ned, it's not James Franco, it's very clearly Willem Dafoe, just in a more comic book accurate outfit, which is interesting because we've seen him with the helmet up to this point. So something happens that causes him to lose the helmet or the helmet breaks. Maybe Ned and MJ make fun of him while they're in jail like they're doing to Doc Ock and he takes it off because he's self-conscious now. It's a very interesting idea of however it happens, and I think it's kind of a cool way to do a suit upgrade without really changing the suit, because this is a relatively nostalgic suit, I feel, for a lot of people, and even though it's definitely gotten some backlash over the years that people have thought it's kind of cheesy and doesn't look that great, I do think it would be a little sad to not be able to see it in the film. Then of course you see a very, very clean image of Electro, who has that Stark Tech on his shoulder there. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, in a few TV spot trailers that have gone out, we see that little circle device is actually an arc reactor. The same one that we saw in Iron Man 2, kind of like what Whiplash recreated and what Iron Man used to run his suit. It's interesting that he has it, we don't know how he got it, or what he managed to do to help him conduct his powers through that device. Regardless, it's going to be really cool to see a callback to Iron Man, because there's no way you can have the arc reactor and not address how he got it. We also get a not so great image of Lizard, who's standing there screaming to the sky. There's sand behind him representing Sandman, and the electricity in front of him, and right south of that is the tentacle of Doc Ock. So all of the villains we're aware of are here in this poster, and then you have MJ and Doctor Strange as well, and Spider-Man sporting the Iron Spider suit. And without a doubt, this is, like I said, from the official posters we've gotten, the best one we've seen so far. However, the 2 worst ones we've seen so far have also come out, at least in my opinion. Here's the first one, where they're standing on top of either a building or the side of a building with the mirror dimension upside down behind them. You see Spider-Man in his black and red suit, and you see Doctor Strange in a very kind of odd, unnatural pose, and the lighting's all off like he was just kind of dropped there. There's a portal up in front of them, and they look like they're about to get into a huge fight. That's all there is to it. It says in cinema 16th of December, which means that this is a UK ad, a UK poster that is up, and there's nothing else to it at all. I honestly think the lighting is very, very bad. I think the characters are just kind of dropped in there randomly and it doesn't look very natural. The mirror dimension behind them, however, does look kind of cool with the whole flipped upside down buildings, but overall I think the poster's kind of lame. But the other one's decent. has some of the same issues where the characters are just unnaturally placed there, and it actually is kind of a part 2 of the first one. If you look behind them, you can see that whole mirror dimension, and they've gone through the portal. In the first one, they're looking at a portal, and in this one, they've gone through it. Now, there is a ton of destruction on this side, and it seems like they're in the middle of Times Square. You can see JJJ up behind them and the #1 public enemy sign. Above all of that, you can see Green Goblin, who again is just a same photoshopped image that's been dragged and dropped in here. Then, of course, the tentacles that have featured on almost every single official poster, and then all the destruction and the debris. Again, it's not a bad looking poster, it just seems like all of the excitement we originally had when these posters weren't out and we were waiting for the first official poster from Sony and everybody was sitting there talking about it, it seems to have dried up just a little bit. Now, without a doubt, that has to do with being kind of dangled about the release of Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire, but I think we need to keep in mind this movie's going to be epic. Every single source out there is talking about how Andrew and Tobey are still in the film, and I think we are in for a wild ride. Let me know what you thought about these 3 posters in the comment section down below. Which is your favorite, and which is your favorite Spider-Man poster so far out of all of the No Way Home official posters. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on that notification bell, and I'll see you all in the next video right here on Cosmic Culture.